we're going this morning to fix the cutter bar and the gleaner. After yesterday's little episode of the cutter bar breaking, we fixed it, put it back together, welded it all up, got everything going again. Everything was running smooth. Come to a patch of grass, and the strip that all the sickles are actually bolted to broke. So, and it broke in a spot that was not affected by the cutter bar itself breaking and falling. So it just tells me that it was time for a new cutter bar strip. So we're here at the gleaner now. We're going to pull the old one out. I said in the last video that I was going to rebuild it with all SCH stuff. But for now, we just went to Bain Welker Equipment, and they had a new 25-foot cutter bar for it. So we just got that. We're going to install it. And maybe this afternoon, maybe, after the rain yesterday, we might be able to cut some beans. I doubt it. But there's always that possibility. We keep an open mind around here. So we're going to get this cutter bar, the new one, out. It comes in 3 sections. That way, so if it breaks next time, you just replace one of the 3 sections instead of having to replace the whole thing like we're going to have to do now. So we're going to get this out of the truck, get it out of the boxes, and get it assembled. Get the old one jerked out of there, and get the new one installed. So we'll show you how to do this along the way in case anybody comes upon this. This video might help them out a little bit. So after we get this done, we're also going to be doing a video on how to fix your Timpty Super Hopper doors in the bottom of your hopper bottom. How to fix them if they're really stiff. We went and picked up all the parts today to do that. So we'll be doing a video on how to rebuild your doors to make them as good as new. So we'll get this done first though. So one thing at a time. We can't do too many things at a time, or we would work 24 hours, 7 days a week. So, but anyways, we're going to get started. Here's what we get. We get a new drive head. That's all already assembled. And then 2 strips fully assembled with sickles. And you get the 2 kits to splice them together. So it's all here. It's all ready to go. We just need to, I think we'll bolt it together as we put it in maybe. So we'll get a section started, or you want to fully assemble it and then try to thread it through? Put it all together. Pull it all, okay, we'll put it all together then. So here's where it broke, right here. And it was bent down here when the cutter bar originally broke, right here. So I don't know, I think it was just wore. If you look at this strip, it's in pretty bad shape. Somebody has actually taken all the sections off, turned it around, put all the sections back in, and put it back together. So it's probably seen a lot of acres. So it's probably just time for it. So we're gonna get started. We gotta take this skid plate off so that we can get in here to get the two bolts out of the end of the drive here, and then this will just pull right out. We'll pull it out, we'll get the broken piece pulled out, and then we'll start assembling our new one and get that threaded back through. We're starting to put the first section of Sickel Bar together. The easiest way to do this is get this one started and get that one started with your new straps between. And then just set it on, rest it on the tailgate of the truck is what we found has worked best, especially if you're by yourself. It would be the extra hand to help you. And then once you get the 2 strips bolted on, you can just simply slip the sections in and start putting all your bolts in. When you do this, it only takes 9 foot-pounds to tighten up these nuts and bolts in the guards. Or in the sickle sections, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said guards. So be very careful. Use only hand tools. Use your Allen wrench that comes with the set. The problem is, if you pull these up too tight, you'll actually smash these little Allen heads, and you won't get your Allen wrench back out, and it'll ruin this head. So only 9 foot-pounds. And it says right here on the back on the instructions, right there, yeah, it says only use 9 foot-pounds to tighten these. So hate for you to tighten them too tight and not be able to get them back out in the middle of the field when you're trying to change a sickle section. And I also recommend if you order this kit, go ahead and order an extra set of the splice kit so that you have it, because I think they only give you like 2 extra bolts. So if you happen to break a sickle section out in the field and it shears a bolt off, you'll have extra bolts with you. So far this has been an easy kit to put together. We're going to get this tightened up, and then we're going to get the drive end on and get her slid back in the head, and we should be able to get going again. We got the new sickle bar all put back in, got the skid plate back on, got this plate back on that covers the belt. I had to put that all back on. We're going to grease this real quick, and then we're going to see how well it runs. It's dry enough. We're going to try to cut some beans. So Dad's on his way to the field too. He's going to cut with me. We used the Hart grinder from Walmart, and we used the Hart impact driver. This is not a true impact. It don't have an anvil on it for sockets, but we used these nut drivers that I got with it. They worked fairly well. I mean, they need bigger batteries. We're going to have to get some bigger batteries for them. But they worked very well. The only complaint Dad Strength really had was the white color. He's like, those are going to get dirty. And I was like, yeah, I agree. So I guess they do work for what they cost. I mean, it's not like, what's a Milwaukee cost in that? Probably a couple hundred or $100 and a half for a Milwaukee this size. And we're going to keep trying them. And you know, the nice thing is that if you leave this lay in the head of combine, silage chopper, whatever, you run it through on accident, big deal. You go to Walmart and grab another one. Maybe $45. Yeah, it was $50 for the grinder. So, yeah, it's not like you're destroying a $150 tool. So, anyways, we're gonna get our tools cleaned up. We got the old cutter bar shoved in the truck. The other piece of it right there. And we're going to clean our tools up, and we're going to go cut some beans. So we'll get a little video cutting beans before we call this video complete, just to make sure everything runs right. It should. We always do good work, we think. So we always stand behind our work, not under it, in case something happens. So anyways, thanks for watching so far. I figured before I get started cutting, we'll do a little quick safety video on working on sickle bars. Always, if you're going to have your hand anywhere near a sickle bar, keep it on top. Make sure your hands are always on top. Keep them up here. Never lean in against a sickle bar like this. Never, I'm going to do this, but never stand here with your fingers like this or anything like that. And always, what I always do if I'm working in the shop or something, I'll clamp a pair of vice grips on a couple of these, just in case somebody comes in and was just to grab the end pulley and pull the belt or something. Then I know it can't go anywhere. It's locked out, and if something like that were to happen, you know, it gives you a little bit of a safety. So just a few safety tips on working with sickles. It's the quickest way to lose a finger, if you ask me, working on the farm. So we're gonna go cut some beans now. So see how well she runs. We're gonna run her a little bit before we go, but I think everything's good. Should run perfectly fine. I am definitely happy with the results of the new sickle bar. It slices everything right through the grass, no problems. So very, very happy with it. So anyways, if you like this episode of Dirt Green Steel, give me a like and a subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching. So as you can see, after cutting with the new cutter bar, it's sure done a beautiful job. There's nothing sticking up out there. The grass is all shaved off real nice. Very happy with it. That was a good investment. I think we're gonna probably go down next week and probably get another cutter bar kit and throw in the other 10, 20, 20 foot head and just be done with it, because Dad was out here cutting side by side with me farther over, and there was several times that he had to stop and back up because of the grass issue, wrapping around his sickles and pinching in the guards. So he said, well, next week we'll just go down. We got to wait for him to order another one, so it'll be here next week. So we're going to get another one and throw in the 20-footer and make her good again. So anyways, thanks for watching. Greatly appreciate it. If you like this video, give me a like and a subscribe. I'm going to head to the next field with the semi and see if we can mow off another 40 acres tonight.